All right, guys. So this PowerPoint is viruses, bacteria, and diseases. You probably already did it with your teacher, but this one is like we're gonna talk about it again in details. We're gonna maybe you can tell me your stories, or if you want, you can tell me your experiences. I want you guys to talk with me, okay? So hold on. All right, guys. So how many students do we have? We have 9 students. Okay, let's just get started. I'm still gonna post a PowerPoint. Um, I'm gonna ask you to take notes, but you don't have to take notes right now. I'm actually gonna post it and you can take notes on your own. And that's gonna be due on Friday. So you can take notes right now or later, your choice. But I will post this PowerPoint when we're done. Okay? So let's get started. Sure. Present. All right, guys. So viruses, bacteria, and disease. Mosquitoes. How about dog fleas? Viruses, bacteria, they're different. Did you guys know that? Viruses and bacteria are different, and they both cause diseases. Okay, so let's continue. So first of all, viruses. Viruses are not living organisms. They're not alive. Viruses only grow and reproduce inside the host cell. So they need something alive. They get inside the cells, like skin or the blood. Your blood is alive, guys. Your blood is cells, and each cell is alive. So it gets inside the cells and it attacks it. It makes a host of it. Okay, that's what you call a virus. And it starts reproducing. They're submicroscopic. Viral infections is systematic. Viruses infect the host cell and then multiply by okay, so they multiply. So once they get inside the cells, they start spreading all over all your bloodstream, your skin, your cells, your organs. So COVID-19 is a virus, guys. Measles, AIDS is a virus. AIDS. We're gonna talk about AIDS right now. I have a slide on AIDS. Okay. Influenza. Influenza is like regular boogers. Okay. Let's continue. Bacteria. So bacteria are living organisms. They are alive. So this is how a drawing of how bacteria looks. Okay. So bacteria are living organisms that consist of single cells that can generate energy. So they are alive. They produce energy. They swim. They This allow typically by binary fusion. This allow bacteria to live in many places. They can live on soil, on the dirt, water, plants, and the human body. So a bacteria gets inside your body, it's alive and is attacking your body. And they're giants compared to viruses. Viruses are microscopic. And so have you guys, if you leave milk outside overnight, it starts to rot. It starts to get thick and gelatinous, right? There's bacteria in there. So it becomes bacteria by something like protein. It's alive. Okay, so if you drink that rotten milk, you can get sick. And some diseases include tuberculosis, tetanitis, okay? And food poisoning, like I said, food poisoning. So in your meat, if your food is rotten, there is some bacteria in there alive. It's alive. Let's continue. So what is a disease, guys? Disease is any change other than injury that disrupts any normal function of the body. So it's more than just a cut. It's more than like a broken bone. It's an actual infection inside your body. Like you can't see it. Well, sometimes you can, like chickenpox. So 4 main types of disease. Infectious disease, like organisms like bacteria and viruses, fungi, and parasites. Number 2, deficiency disease, malnutrition. I'm going to have a slide for each one, okay? Number 3, hereditary disease. You're born with it. You can be born with a disease, guys. You can be born with it. Environment, the exposure to something. And here's some common infectious diseases. So number 1 is infectious disease by bacteria, viruses, fungi. So chickenpox. Who has had chickenpox before? I've had it 2 times. You only supposed to get it once, but some people get it twice. So I've had chickenpox. If you don't have it, if you haven't had chickenpox and you get it when you're older, that can be pretty dangerous. So it's better when you get it like a kid. Okay. Some people have died of chickenpox, older people. Common cold, sneezing, coughing. E. coli, HIV is it's pretty common. HIV is pretty common, guys. Influenza is just like boogers. And there are some other ones, severe acute respiratory syndrome. So COVID-19 is part of SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome, because COVID-19 is the lungs. Okay, COVID-19 is the lungs, so it's part of SARS. Okay, I have some conversations on chat. Okay, I'll answer later. I hope you feel better, Paulo. Okay, so number 2. So number 1 was infectious disease. So number 1 was common infectious disease. Number 2 is inherited. It's hereditary. You can be born with the disease, guys. You can be born with it. You can be born with hemophilia. Basically, it means blood does not clot properly. So when you get cut, it won't stop bleeding. That can be a problem. When you get a nose, basically the heat or something like you're poking your nose and you start bleeding and you can't stop bleeding, that's a disease that you're born with it. Diabetes, you can be born with diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So maybe your grandma, your grandpa, somebody in your family has it. If somebody in your family has it, it's most likely you will have it, okay? So type 2 diabetes is basically sugar, too much sugar or little sugar in your bloodstream. Your bloodstream requires sugar. Okay, so more than 1 in every 10 adults has diabetes. So diabetes is pretty common, guys. Diabetes is really common. So most people have type 2 diabetes, which you're born with. Not really born with, but you develop it. So like I said, your grandma, your grandpa, but it's up to you. Maybe you don't eat right, you don't exercise. Exercise, keep your weight on check, and you'll be fine. Keep your weight on check. Exercise. Eat good things. Eat your vegetables and drink water. And you have nothing to worry about. Like my grandma has it. My grandma has diabetes, but I don't have it because I eat right and I exercise. So mostly older people have it, guys. Mostly older people. All right. Sugar. Sugar is a big problem with a lot of you guys. Look at this. Chips, cookies, candy, soda. Sugar is the main cause for diabetes. And if it's in your if it's in your DNA, it's most likely you'll get diabetes if you eat all of this with no exercise. Okay, it's all right if you eat once in a while, but exercise too, guys, and drink water. So look at this. Have you guys ever read these nutrition facts in the back of sodas and food?
Yes.
Good. Well, do you know how to read them?
Yes.
All right. So look, calories is different than sugar. Sugar, okay? Sugar is completely, look, 55 grams of sugar. So how many grams? 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon is 4 grams of sugar. 1 teaspoon is 4 grams. So imagine that little soda, 55 grams of sugar. So let's make the math. Let me see. Let me pull out my calculator. You can't see it, but I'll just do it fast. 55 divided by 4 equals 13.75. Okay, so 13.75 spoons of sugar. This has a lot of sugar, guys. Just one soda, one little soda, one tiny soda. And all that soda, look what happens to the sugar. So glucose is the same thing as sugar, okay? Glucose. So you eat the food. Glucose is extracted from carbs during digestion and released into the bloodstream. So, okay, so you eat the sugar and it goes into your bloodstream, and your liver stores some of the glucose as glycogen. The pancreas produces insulin to help glucose enter cells. And finally, unused glucose can be stored as fat. So all that sugar you eating, the extra sugar, is turns to fat. Okay. So just because you're skinny doesn't mean that you are okay. You probably have fat underneath that you can't see. Even if you're skinny, you can be, this is what you call skinny fat. Basically, you can still have problems even if you're skinny. Okay. So always read the proteins. I mean the nutrition facts. Okay. All right. So the third one is deficiency disease. The third one, malnutrition. Not enough or too much nutrition causes health problems, obesity or anorexia. Okay. So many, when you overfeed your kid or you don't give him enough food, there is issues. Okay. There is also when you don't eat properly and you eat too much sugar, you get bloated. You're bloated. So it can be pretty dangerous, pretty fatal. So this is called kwashiorkor, something like that. It's caused by inadequate amount of protein in the body. This disease is usually found in countries where good food is not readily available. So guys, you learn that you have to eat vegetables, you have to eat meat, you have to eat protein, sugar, salt, a little bit of everything, right? So many people have too much of something only. So let's say this kid ate only bananas, all day long, all morning and night. So it causes problems in our body. It's associated with diet-based, starchy, low-protein staple foods, such as sugar canes. Maybe they eat sugar canes too much. Sweet potatoes, bananas, that's all they eat because that's all that's available. That can be a big issue, okay? So malnutrition is a disease, okay? Oops, I went back. How about the environment? Cigarette smoking, air pollution. Cigarette and air pollution are the same. Well, cigarette is more dangerous. Uh, basically any smoke that goes in your lung, any kind of smoke that goes in your lung can produce lung cancer over time. Not once, but maybe a couple over years. Over years, you'll get lung cancer. So, so even the smoke from your car, maybe you're trapped inside the garage and your car's running and it's producing smoke. That's dangerous. You can die of that. So if you have a garage, don't stay inside the car. Okay. So you can get a tumor in your lungs. Okay. That's the X-ray of lung cancer. Environment, exposure to the sun, skin cancer. So the environment, like when you go to the beach and you don't wear sunscreen, it can be an issue. Maybe you play sports, you play soccer, you play football, something. Maybe just go running and you never wear sunscreen. It can be dangerous over years. Okay. So the higher the SPF in the sunscreen is the better. Okay. But how long can I have this on? It says it in the back. Read the back. Maybe only for 1 hour. After 1 hour, reapply. You know, if you go to the beach and put sunscreen and you still get burned, it's because you didn't reapply. Okay. So look at this diagram. No sunscreen, you get all the photons enter the skin, the UV rays. 15 per SPF sunscreen, you get less, and 30, you get even less. 100, I'm pretty sure it's pretty thick. I use some of this sometimes, and it's pretty white. But always reapply, and some of them, water rubs, it's not made for water, okay? So if you sweat too much, you might take it off. So wear sunscreen, guys. Okay, how about exposure to radiation? Radiation. So you don't have to worry about that a lot, but I just want to talk to you about it. Actually, X-rays and like dental X-rays, when you go to the dentist, that's radiation. They use radiation for the X-rays, but it's not dangerous. You'll have to do it like 1,000 times for something to happen. So over time, it's more dangerous. You can die. Lung cancer, I mean, inflammation, scarring, spontaneous bleeding. You can have spontaneous bleeding, nausea, vomiting, internal bleeding, like you're bleeding from the inside. So it's not only the outside, but the inside. Diarrhea and bone marrow. Your bone marrow starts dying. So your bones become brittle. They break easy. Okay. And let's see some examples. I have a picture of examples. So Hiroshima atomic bomb in Japan. So World War II, there was a atomic bomb in Japan, and the survivors, here are some pictures I found. There's a lot more gorier ones. I just put some regular ones. But if you Google it, it's pretty bad. They have deformities. And so radiation is pretty dangerous to our bodies. So that's environmental disease, okay? These are just like not the worst ones, just examples. Agents of disease. The human body provides just the right conditions for growth and pathogens. So our bodies have the right temperature, their watery environment. Blood is water. There's water in our bodies. Abundance of nutrition. There's so much nutrition in our bodies. So COVID-19 comes into our bodies like nothing, and it attacks it. It likes it. So bacteria and yeast are found in your mouth, throat, and in tissue surrounding your eyeballs. Do you guys ever get like little crust in your eye? That's like good bacteria. It basically takes care of your eyes. How about when you wake up and you had this nasty taste in your mouth? That's bacteria too. So I recommend, guys, washing your mouth in the morning, even just with hot water, because if you drink that bacteria or eat that bacteria with breakfast, you can get sick. Okay, that's how you get sick. So wash your mouth when you wake up, guys. I don't use I just use hot water. Okay, so wash your mouth. And when you clean your eyes, make sure you have clean hands or a tissue paper, okay? So like I said, most are harmless and many are beneficial, like the eyes, okay? How diseases are spread. You guys should know this. COVID-19, we became experts on it, experts. One person to another through coughing, sneezing, or physical contact. So when you touch a rail, touch something that's dirty. Maybe you go to the store and you get those carts. I saw that they started cleaning them, but what if they don't, you know? So be careful. Don't put your hands in your face or your mouth. And cover your mouth. You guys know that. It also can spread in water or food. Food, okay? Like if you leave food outside and a fly stands up on it, what do you think that fly was? So on food and infected animals, guys. Animals, your pets can spread disease. Your pets. Look, your pets. So they are carriers of fleas and ticks. And if you don't give them the medication, they will have this, and these things can have diseases. I heard that you can die out of a disease that these fleas carry. And I saw it in the news. But you know, you just never know where that little thing has been, and they can carry diseases. So make sure to give them the shot, the pills. Okay, especially in the summer. In the summer, they get crazy. What about mosquitoes? Mosquitoes are everywhere. They're annoying. They're in your house. They're in the park. They're everywhere. So look, they suck blood of somebody. Imagine if that person was sick with COVID, and then you get the mosquito bite. You're going to get COVID too. Might not, if you're safe. But you just never know where these mosquitoes have been, okay? Wear repellent when you go hiking, guys. When you go somewhere, you play sports. If you're outside, you're going to go play outside. Put some, they sell some of this at Walmart for like $3, $2. It's very inexpensive, okay? Let's continue. All right, guys. Sexually transmitted diseases spread from person to person by sexual contact. So when you go to parties, and you meet somebody out there, you think they're cute. They think that you think they're good looking, and it's like you start doing the deed with them, and you just don't know what they have. Sexually transmitted disease, guys, is a big issue. So use protection. It doesn't hurt to just use protection, guys. It's free at the clinic. They just give them to you for free. Just ask and they'll give it to you for free. There's condoms that don't feel like anything. And here are some common ones: HPV, chlamydia, trichomoniasis, gonorrhea, genital herpes, syphilis, and more. It can cause permanent damage to your reproductive system, guys. So this is for girls. It can cause permanent reproductive in your system. So it can also be fatal, like HIV. Okay. What about kissing? Kissing, you can get an STD, guys. Did you guys know that? Through kissing. What if that person or you have a cut or a blister, a sore in your mouth? It will pass through your mouth, through that cut. If that person or you have that cut or sores or blisters, it will pass through there, okay? So be careful who you kiss. And in school, they usually teach you abstinence, like don't have sex. But I mean, nobody listens. They should take this off already, because abstinence doesn't work. Basically, it means no sex until you're married. Nobody does that. So just use a condom. It's not going to hurt. It's free. Go to the clinic. They'll give you condoms for free. And I've seen some really thin ones, okay? Have fewer partners. Very simple. Don't jump from partner to partner every week. You just don't know. You increase risk. Get tested. If you did have sex, get vaccinated, and talk with your partner. If you only have one partner, just talk with them. Hey, how many partners have you had? Okay. So communication, guys, communication. Don't be shy. Being shy gets you sick. All right, guys, California sees an increase in sexual transmitted disease. In California, there's been a lot of diseases. Okay. So gonorrhea, 54,000 in 2015. It's only going up. It's only going up. Has gone up. So 15 and 2000, that's 5 years ago. So 54,000. Now imagine right now, I couldn't find a more recent picture. Syphilis, 4,900 cases in the state, California only. 189,000 of chlamydia in California. Okay. So in the internet, you go and you can search what cities are pretty dangerous. But like I said, fewer partners and you'll be fine. All right, guys. HIV and AIDS. They're the same. They're the same thing. So this can be fatal. You can die. So it starts with HIV. It is human immunification C virus. So that means your immune system doesn't work. So anything can get you sick. Have you guys seen the movies where they covered a person and they enclosed them in a plastic? It's so that nothing can go in, because if something attacks their body, that's it. They can't fight it. Their body doesn't fight it. So every day we're fighting something every day. Even right now, you guys are fighting something. You're fighting some virus. You're fighting some bacteria. And if you have HIV, you cannot do that. HIV turns into AIDS. It's the last stage of HIV infected that occurs when the body immune system is badly damaged because of the virus. So that's like the second stage. And like I said, sexual transmitted disease or blood. Maybe you're sharing needles, drugs, you're sharing needles. Maybe not even sharing needles, but like a cut. You have a cut in your, and your blood touches somebody else's blood, that can also give you HIV. All right, guys. COVID-19 is a new type of coronavirus. Okay. This is the COVID-19 virus. And it's a new type of coronavirus. Everybody has had coronavirus, everybody. It's just mean like a cough or a flu. That's basically, it's COVID-19 is a type of flu or cough virus. That's what it is. So COVID-19 is not coronavirus. It's just a type of coronavirus, okay? So when they say, oh, you have coronavirus, I mean, yes, everybody's have had it. It's just a type of COVID-19. This is a COVID-19. That's a deadly one, okay? This is what it looks like. So this is COVID-19, and it has, in the microscope, it has little proteins. So these red things are what it attaches it to. It attaches it to your body, to your cells, and it has little protein. These little orange things are protein. Protein, okay? That's what it has, protein. And you guys know about COVID-19, right? You get it from 2 to 14 days. You can get a fevers, chills, coughs. Basically, it's lungs. COVID-19 is lungs. Difficult breathing, fatigue, you're tired, headaches, diarrhea, sore throat. I mean, you've heard of this. And it affects your lungs, guys. You get it from breathing it in or swallowing, okay? All right. Fighting infectious diseases. All right. So antibiotics are compounds that kill bacteria without harming the cell of humans. Work by interfering with the cellular process of microorganisms. Flu shot. Okay, guys, I'm going to talk to you about flu shot. What is a flu shot? When you get a flu shot, some people get sick. That's why people don't get it. It's like, oh, last time I got a flu shot and I got sick. Well, the thing is, the flu shot is basically they're injecting you a little bit of flu, just enough, a little bit. And it's enough so that your body can learn to fight it. So they inject you some virus so that your body can fight it. That's what the flu shot is. Sometimes that's why people get sick. because it goes bigger, like they already had it or something like that. What about the COVID-19 shot? So the COVID-19 shot, it doesn't attack the virus. It attacks the protein. That's what it does. So the COVID-19 shot attacks the protein. They don't know how to kill the virus yet, but they know how to kill the protein. So basically your body says, it tells your body, kill everything that has that protein, everything. So this virus has the protein. So that's what the COVID-19 shot is. And I know, guys, getting shots is, a lot of you guys don't like it, but just look away. Don't even look at the needle when you get a shot. Don't even look at the needle. It will get you scared. Don't even look at it. Talk to somebody. Get distracted. And by the next thing you know, you already had the shot and you don't even know. So don't even look at the needle. Okay. All right, guys. So I already subbed before and I showed you this video, but I want to show you two again. You probably haven't seen it. It's just like a 5-minute video. It's really short. And we're going to talk it afterwards. Okay, let me see. Let me share sound. Okay, guys. So he was saying that, oops, hold on. He was saying that your psychological is a big problem. So yes, have you guys heard of placebo effect? Basically, you can get sick by thinking about it. I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get sick. Oh, I'm going to get sick. You will get sick. Trust me on that one. You can also recover. So your brain is pretty powerful. Your thoughts, so your emotions, your feelings are a big deal. So hold on. So because of that, I posted the assignment. Let me share screen. I'm going to add the PowerPoint in a bit, guys. I'm going to add the PowerPoint in a bit. Okay, so I already added this. So this one, I just want you guys to do an artwork. Emotional and mental health is important in our physical health. So emotion, that's when you're sad, you're worried, you're happy. That's emotion. Mental health is what you do with that. Okay, I'm angry. What do I do? I'm worried. What do I do? That's your mental health, guys. Mental health. So your emotion and mental health plays a big deal in your physical self. If you play sports and you're worried and angry or sad, you trust me, you won't play as good as when you're excited and empowered and pumped. Okay? So I just want you to tell me, how did you feel about 2020 and has it changed? Draw or do in Google Slides, guys. I know a lot of you guys don't have art materials, but if you have art materials, draw or do it in Google Slides. Draw it. I want you to draw it, guys. Draw me a drawing. How did you feel? So this is a drawing how you felt in 2020. It doesn't have to be about the COVID-19. It can be about Black Lives Matter. It can be about the politics. There has been the fires. Okay? Y aquí está en español si lo ocupan en español. Here's in Spanish. So that's due Monday, guys. Monday. You have a lot of time. An artwork. I want something good. See, be original, creative, and with effort. I don't want you to just draw me a stick figure coughing. Nah, don't draw me a stick figure. Draw me something good, okay? So that's 10 points. That's due Monday. Disease reflection. Okay, guys, a reflection. Write a reflection, 200 words. That's like 2 paragraphs. How is the world affected by virus, bacteria, disease like COVID-19? It doesn't have to be just COVID-19. It can be maybe a fever, whatever's, or something you have. How has your life been affected by disease? Okay, so there's many types of diseases. Maybe your life is affected by somebody else. Your parents have always been sick. You can talk about that. So 200 words, that's like 2 paragraphs. Okay. And I'm going to add the PowerPoint, and I want you to submit notes, guys. Just simple notes. Just give me notes. And hold on, create assignment. PowerPoint notes, copy. Oops. PowerPoint notes. So just some notes. Give me some notes. Copy. And I'm gonna add the PowerPoint. I already had to save it. Saved. Oops. At link. B. At link. It will be due Friday, guys. You have time. So if you didn't do anything right now, it's okay. As long as it's due by Friday. And remember, guys, you can still turn in the environmental global warming project. Okay, you can still turn that in. Disease, spring 2021. Assign. All right. Okay, so you go to your classwork. You can still do global warming, guys. You can still do it. I have 4 that I haven't graded. I'll do that right now. Oops. And you can still work on that. And PowerPoint notes due on Friday. The drawing is due Monday. If you don't have art materials, you can do it on Google Slides. Give me something good, though. Don't just give me one picture. If you do it on Google Slides, combination of things. I already showed you how to do Google Slides artwork. And reflection, guys, 2 paragraphs. So that's it, guys. I'm done. Let me do attendance, and then you can leave, unless you have questions.